Welcome to week 13. We're going to jump into project management. It's a little bit of a sidetrack from our operations management focus, but project management is such a huge part of businesses today, whether that's an entrepreneurship, small business, or a medium-sized company or a large company. Projects are all around us, and it's something that our employers specifically want business students to be familiar with. So this is our introductory chapter. We do offer a full 1 semester, 3 credit course on project management. That's EBTM363, where you really get into a lot more details about it. But we want all business students to be sure they at least understand the foundations of project management and be able to apply some of the concepts. So, going here, there we go. We're over into integrate the system. We're going to look again at chapter 17, which is project management, and then we'll wrap up with chapter 15, which is supply chain management. Next week is Thanksgiving week, so I'm going to go ahead and put the assignment out there. It's just a couple problems from chapter 17, so that'll be out there for next week. You can go ahead and do it ahead of time if you want, get it out of the way. So just be one assignment. It's a couple problems from the chapter. And then when we get back from Thanksgiving, we will wrap up with supply chain management. All right, so the goal with this week is to really get an understanding of what project management is. It really differs from the routine work we do. Please take a couple minutes. I have a short introductory video that I use with many different groups, and it really lays out some of the concepts behind why project management is so important today for business. And then you can dive into the chapter, the Learn Smart activity, and then I have a quiz out there. We're going to pick up the homework problems from last week, which are a few problems on the inventory chapter. So EOQ problems in particular, several problems on the economic order quantity, and then we'll have one problem on reorder point. And those problems are also explained in the chapter, so you may have to go back to your Learn Smart and look at the example problems. They aren't too difficult. You'll have 2 attempts at those, but everything is due Sunday, and I'll have an optional discussion forum out there. So if you have any questions about the materials this week, you can post that so everybody can see them and potentially answer your questions probably more quickly than I'll be able to. So again, we're going to dive into chapter 17 this week and wrap up a little bit from chapter 11. Next week, we'll do the problems from chapter 17 since it's a short week anyway with Thanksgiving. And then when we come back, we'll do the supply chain management chapter. Some very unique terms this week. These are the things, honestly, our employers have been pressing us. Make sure your students understand they're going to be working on projects. They need to understand the tools of a project, which are the work breakdown structure, the Gantt chart, the network diagram. The other one I didn't list in here is the scope statement. So coming out of this chapter, you should be very comfortable with how those 4 items, again, the scope statement, the work breakdown structure, the Gantt chart, and the network diagram work together to guide a project. They are the 4 tools. You'll get a chance to work with precedence diagrams, paths, so very unique language to projects, and so this is something to really become comfortable with. Depending on your concentration in your BUAD major, you may have the project management course EBTM 343 as an elective. I would strongly recommend it. It's just such a powerful tool that you can pretty much expect that sometime early in your career you're going to be on a project and they're going to expect you to know this information regardless of what your major is or what your career path is. Projects are everywhere, so please don't let this chapter just glaze by you. This is the one that's going to also help you with getting that internship and getting the job and getting on your career path.